Welcome back everybody to Forza Motorsport. So continuing on with the Aussie Sports Sedans Championship. So we're looking like we're going to be going on to Bathurst for this third race in this championship, which should be pretty fun given obviously we are in Australian cars and we can actually bump up the PI of our car another 50 now. We did have a fairly effective increase in power and handling over the standard car, so yeah, we can do even more now. So yeah, we'll improve the anti-roll bars, we'll reduce the weight somewhat, we'll go down how many pounds that is, 85, not a massive decrease but it's a decrease regardless. Then we'll improve our tyres, in terms of front and rear. Lighten our driveline to make up some of the weight that we just gained. Can we do a transmission? Nope. Do a clutch though, just to make up for the fact that we've got that extra bit of power to deal with now. And then we'll do the flywheel to make the engine rev a little bit better, because it's got less weight to turn that flywheel. So yeah, that's all good that is. So yeah, we're now weighing 3,293 pounds. No increase in power or torque, but we didn't really need to, we had plenty already. And yeah, those are the new acceleration times and those are the new stats. So yeah, no increase in power and torque like I just said, but it does now handle better and it is a lighter vehicle. So yeah, we'll be able to use the power more of the time, and we'll also not be wasting the power on extra weight. So 3 laps at Bathurst. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Now this is the first time we've been on a race in one of these championships in a standard kind of road car. Obviously the road car itself is upgraded, but
Mount Panorama Circuit.
last time we were here we were in a racing vehicle, so yeah, might well be that bit different. And it's at night time as well, which is also something that we weren't dealing with, we were in the daytime. So yeah, markedly different conditions. Right, so let's see what we can do. So we had no real trouble in terms of acceleration or getting past people in terms of straight line, but now we should have more capability from the corners with those better tyres and the reduction in weight. Force me off the road, thank you Falcon. Attacking each other there. That just means I'm able to get past a lot easier. I was not concentrating on my braking zone there at all, I do apologise. There we go, much better. The healthy amount of torque that we have will help in these uphill sections. Driven this track much since it was added to the game, so still a bit of a learning curve, especially with this car, which again I'm not driven here. Outside of my review of the car that is, but again we were obviously in a standard version of that car when I was reviewing it. So here we do have more power, less weight and more acceleration. braking issues with the better tyre compound that we have while still having the race brakes. It's all about learning your braking zones, quite frankly. Gaining on 5th, so hopefully we can get to past them in this lap. Obviously we don't have a lot of laps to be playing with on this race. Yes, it's longer than previous tracks that we've been on this championship so far, but still there's less laps regardless. This guy's not dealing with this course on this track as well as I hoped he would. Loads of understeer there. Slamming right into the wall, not helpful at all. Seemingly have better top speed than those in front, but the acceleration isn't as good. Seems a little bit of a just takes a little bit of while to get going, really. Comfortably ahead of 7th. That doesn't tell us the distance between me and them, but
finish strong.
Also the fact that they've got a half a second penalty, which also helps. Understeer is not going to help us though. I'd like to at least get a top 5. Again, we are gaining on this part, but we did lose time eventually, but got back to the next straight. It's not very good at this, you know, this section where obviously it's quite close quarters. There's a lot of elevation change over the course of a very minimal amount of time. I do think it's because it's at night time as well, it's not helping. It's It's that old adage of the desert is extremely hot in the day but extremely cold at night, and it's quite clearly going to be the case here. So yeah, unfortunately just not able to really break through on this race. Can be the case where, you know, you do get to a certain point through a grid and you're just not able to break any further, and that was the case there. So 6th place is all we're able to manage at our home turf for Holden at Bathurst, so which is a bit of a shame. Does mean that we're still staying in 4th overall, but as you can see the points are still extremely close. 3rd and 2nd in fact had even worse races than we did, only coming very low down for 3rd place, which is why they've lost their 1st place position. They were 15 points behind us, and 2nd place, even though they've held on to 2nd, were 7 points behind us. So still everything to play for in the 4th and final race, so let's get there and see what happens. Right, we're at Maple Valley for 4 laps, so hopefully we can do better here. This is obviously a much faster circuit in terms of cornering speed than Bathurst ever was, so our handling while also having plenty of top speed should come in handy here, but you never know. But as far as it goes in terms of points, it's still extremely close. There's only 3 points between me in 4th and 1st place, so yeah, this could quite frankly go either way, but hopefully it goes our way. So yeah, let's see. I do feel like I'm better here than I am at Bathurst, but obviously I've had more time with this circuit than Bathurst on this game, because this was on the game to start with, I believe, whereas obviously Bathurst has only been added in the last week or so. Well, a couple of weeks actually, but regardless, yeah, it's not been on this game very long. Therefore, not had much racing experience with the physics of this game. Played it plenty on previous Forza games, but obviously each physics do change between each iteration. Come on, coming through. Middle. We're already in a better position than we were to finish in the last race, so that is good. I do think though the AI are a little bit weaker on this track than Bathurst. They don't seem to be quite as brave. Good rates of speed and holding it around these corners, which is where those handling improvements that we did at the start of the episode are coming into handy. Get a win here, we probably guarantee a 1st place position overall. enthused about the inclusion of Pontiacs into this championship though, given those Trans Ams are neither Australian nor Sedans. We should have fought these kind of championships through. When it comes to what cars are on the actual game, at least added more to the game to make up for the evident lack of cars to choose from. Because there's only really this car, the Commodore for 3 years prior, and the Falcon. Way too much speed into there. Bit of braking though. Oh, nope. Bit more than a bit braking, I think. We're just carrying too much momentum regardless of the speed that we're carrying. Yeah, we're just way too much. What were we doing? Yeah, more than 130 miles an hour, that is, yeah. Asking way too much of this car's abilities. Still, we are gaining on 3rd place. End of the day, we are still a £200 plus car. And asking it to deal with those kind of speeds through that corner is expecting us to defy physics, quite frankly. I figured that when we hit it, but I didn't realise we were that close, that far over. We did have at least some of our right hand side over onto the tarmac. Evidently not. There's a much cleaner route through there though. Faster through there than last time.
Final lap.
Again, we seem to just be getting to a brick wall. I'm not able to get past it. know we're quicker than those ahead of us, and yet we're just not able to gain. No, that was ambitious. Rubbish. As you can see, literally less than half a second behind third place, and yet we were consistently, by the time we were getting to the finish line, less than a second behind them, and yet we just weren't able to break through. And even though we had the fastest lap, again, that just did not make any difference whatsoever. So yeah, that means that we're only going to get third place for the championship overall. Yeah, only 3 points behind second, and only 5 points behind first, but regardless, yeah, just not able to get through to the first place position overall. So yeah, which is a big shame. Did definitely feel like we were faster than those ahead of us in those final couple of laps, but for whatever reason, yeah, just not able to get through that brick wall effectively, just like in the previous race. But still, third place is good, it's on the podium, but in all honesty, I don't see the point of the Trans Am being in this championship. I know we only have 3 other cars to choose from, the 96 GTSR, which I forgot about, as well as the 92 Falcon, this 91 Holden and the 88 Holden, but still, it just feels like they're padding out the cars that can be used, whereas, you know, we didn't get the choice of using the Trans Am, although I probably wouldn't, but yeah, it just feels a bit unfair to have a bunch of saloon cars going up against, you know, a coupe that in stock form is hardly a bad handling car either. So yeah, but regardless, fun enough championship. Really rather like using this VN Holden. Yeah, it's one I prefer over the VL. Guess the GTSR is probably the better all-rounder in terms of handling and power, while having a much larger engine, but this is the one I prefer to drive. Nonetheless, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.